Hey y'all, welcome back to YOLO Texas. So imagine you just opened up a brewery and business is booming. While most people would try to expand shipping their beer out of state and maybe even out of the country, our next destination is doing just the opposite. With a team of brewers so passionate about making the best beer possible, the only place that you can sip it is right here in the great state of Texas.
Started over 20 years ago in the basement of an antique store, Ale Brewing Company has grown into one of the crown jewels of the Lone Star State.
And you know, Ale Brewing Company has become a must-see for thirsty travelers heading out to Blanco, and what makes this place really special is their passion for the art of brewing.
And up first, we met up with head brewer Eric Casey to learn the ins and outs of this beloved beer.
How does the process all work? Because you're the head brewer, you're the one who comes up with these concoctions, am I right?
It's really more of a team effort than that. And let's say we're going to make a new beer.
Right.
In that sense, we kind of start looking at flavor attributes of that beer that we're trying to bring to the table, look at what ingredients and components might bring those flavors into the mix. So that's kind of how it starts, an amorphous kind of thing.
Yeah.
And then you start to kind of cut the edges off and bring it in sharper to a clearer focus. Now that we have this brand new, fully automated German brew house, it's very detailed. So when we have a recipe, we look at percentages of each ingredient. My job is to program it into the computer in a recipe format so that every little step is hit through the brewing process here.
You do not distribute outside of Texas, right?
Right, there where we're proud Texans, and that's what we want to do, produce beer for our people in that sense. Hopefully our customers appreciate the fact that we are from Texas and we plan to just stay in Texas.
And now that we know about the process of what goes into making this Texas beer, it was time to meet up with marketing and events coordinator Carrie for a tour of the production line.
Hi, how's it going? I'm Aerin.
Hey, Carrie.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
So we just talked to Eric. You're going to give us a behind the scenes look?
Yeah, I thought we could check out the pack hall.
All right.
So we're going to head this way.
So first things first, where are we at?
All right, well this is the can line. This is how the pallets of cans come in. This here can line is kind of a circle, so this is the beginning. All right, so pretty much what's happening here, this is where the cans are actually coming out right after they're being filled with beer. And sometimes when it's getting filled, there's a little bit of overflow, it's a little sticky, so it's getting a little shower here. And then it's actually gonna go through a little X-ray machine.
Oh, cool.
Right here. When we put out a 12-ounce can, we want it to be 12 ounces of beer. We don't want it to be 11 and a half ounces or 10 and a half ounces.
Awesome.
We want it to be 12. And so the X-ray actually is gonna kick off any beers that aren't a full 12 ounces.
That is so good.
And then basically after, we've identified that it's a 12-ounce beer, it's actually gonna get flipped upside down. Once it's upside down, that's how we're able to stamp a best by date on the bottom. And then, from here, this is kind of where we are going back in the circle to the beginning. So now, after these get dried off and date stamped, it's a finished can. So at that point, put into the little 6-pack rings. The beer is ready. Good. It's going straight onto a cold truck and out to the warehouses today.
All right, so now after learning about all these beers, it's time to taste them. So we're gonna go a little bit out of order what you see here, but nonetheless, we'll get to all of them, right? All right, so we're gonna try Fireman's 4.
Yeah, that beer's been around for 15 years. Goes down easy.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
maybe too easy. All right, so we're gonna switch from the Fireman's 4 to the Devil's Backbone.
You're gonna notice it's a lot sweeter.
Okay, yeah.
You get that? Yeah.
Yes.
It's a deceiving beer. It also goes down pretty easy.
I was gonna
It
say.
just happens to be over 8% alcohol instead of 4.
Really cool. So what would I find in an Axis?
So Axis is an IPA, so you're gonna get a lot of hops. The thing I love about Axis is how bright it is. So like notes of citrus, and I almost feel like it's like juicy.
Last but not least, we got a sour beer, which I've been introduced to these recently and I've taken a liking to. So this one is the Benedictum, and you said it's cherry.
Right, so this is one of those Mysterium Beer and beers. So what it is it's actually a barrel-aged version of our Brewhouse Brown Ale with an addition of cherries.
All right, well, 4 really great beers and I haven't even gotten to the rest of them, so thank you so much.
Yeah, absolutely.
I can see why you are becoming very popular in Texas. Cheers. This place is right up my alley. Not only did we learn the ins and outs of brewing, we found yet another place that the people are so passionate at what they do. I want to say thank you to Ale Brewing Company for showing us around. I'm going to enjoy this beer and the sunshine. So cheers, y'all. We'll see y'all later. Want to get your hands on a Texas exclusive beer? Visit realbrewing.com.